Boards. Board games, board games, it's what I'm talking about. Board games, board games, I'm not gonna shout. I am starting off this streaming with a little bit of singing. And over here, I am in my chair. I am Bez, and I care about these games with which I play. And I am going to play Root today. A digital adaptation of Root, it's what I'm playing today. A digital adaptation of Root to enjoy my day. Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever you are. Thank you for joining me for Busy Beats and Board Game Blether. So, yeah, this is episode 396, so it is 4 days until my amazing 400th extravaganza, which is going to be redonkulous. But what are we doing today? Today is a solo Sunday. Pete, if you've watched me before, you might know that I love having guests on. I love chatting to other publishers, designers, translators, all sorts of people invested in the board game industry and media, all sorts of people. But today, I'm just sitting back. I'm here on my own. I mean, of course, but you're here as well, and I don't want to take away from that. So I'm going to be playing Groot. I'm going to be trying a wee bit of that and chit-chatting along the way. Before I start off with that, I'm going to talk about what are my recent highlights, living life and seeing the sights, recent highlights, playing games and other delights, recent highlights. So recent highlight, shouts out to the Game Cupboard, who are, I believe, 22 hours into a 24-hour stream. I'm going to make sure to finish up a wee bit early so that I can raid them if anybody's watching me. I'm also, what else do I want? Oh, yes, I heard from a friend. I don't know if they would want me to name them, but they are editing stuff on Board Game Arena because despite Board Game Arena saying you don't use masculine pronouns to refer to a generic person, please don't say, look at the player to your left, he must put one piece into the board. You can't do that. If it's saying, okay, Chris looks at the board and puts one piece in, as an example, fair enough, you're talking about a specific thing. But on rules, on developer guides, no, why are you using third person's singular generic he when there is a word they? Anyway, it is exclusionary, so please don't. But hearing that someone was talking about that, and then they also shared a wee story, which was an eye-opening experience for them, hearing that they are trying to do a bit of work. That was definitely a highlight. And what else? Yesterday, I had a lovely chat with Anna Vassenberg, Dutch Yoda, and Matt Warwick. We chatted about games, about media. That was lovely. I've finished writing off to all the people that I felt like I definitely wanted to invite for my show. It is really late. It is, ideally it would have been 2 weeks before, and I think if I start streaming again after episode 400, I'm going to maybe start reaching out to people at 450. It'll be like, okay, now I better start planning my episode 500 extravaganza. Reach out to, but I did it. At least I've done it. Even though it's late, at least I did it. What else did I do? I played a lovely game of Marrakesh. I enjoyed it. Honestly, it wasn't quite as fantastic, and I think there's definitely a drama around the table. I would absolutely 100% enjoy that game anytime, and I think that if you like a good amount of luck in your games, then you would enjoy Marrakesh. If you enjoy little fabricy things, you would enjoy it. For me, I prefer a bit less luck, a bit more. Yeah, that's basically it. And it feels Marrakesh felt a wee bit simplistic to me. But I had so much fun playing Marrakesh with David Murcutt, and yeah, Mike. And if you've got any recent events or highlights of your own, do feel free to share them in the comments and share them with everyone else, because I am multi-streaming across 3 channels. What I did also play Wavelength with the Games Cupboard. That's such a lovely game. Wavelength continues to be one of my favorite things. There are questionable design choices. For example, why should it go... Yeah, in one of them, it went from so it was, sorry, bits of a mind bender. It was cold on this side, and cold was in red, and then it was hot on this side, so hot on the left, and hot was in a cooler color than cold, and so that was like, it's a very small thing, but like, for sure, Wavelength, brilliant design, and also all the cards are really well engineered to facilitate conversation. Lovely birthday party, Sally Jones. Shout out to the Crafting Jones. Amazing person, based in Sheffield. If you want a hat made out of cards or anything made out of cards, Sally Jones is your person. And yeah, but I had a wee quick cycle to the... it was actually a pretty good day. And so that is that. If you have any questionably quick questions for me, then now is your time. I give you about 30 seconds to a minute, whilst I asked myself the one question that I always ask myself: Bez, where are you? And what time is it? Well, I'm glad that you asked me that. Well, people might know that I am north of Finsbury Park, N15, London, UK, and it is currently 10:07 a.m. And moving on, what's a brilliant thing? Brilliant thing. What's a little thing which is brilliant? I think that playing with animals can be brilliant. I think that, so yesterday I was jingling the bell, and then the cats were coming up to get it, and I had 4 cats in the garden at one point. It's just all the neighborhood cats come over, and then jingling the wee bell, and a couple of the cats really got into it. One of them's scampering about the roof. Sometimes the cats want to play, sometimes they don't want to play. But from a perspective, it's kind of like I'm playing one game with the cats. Like, well, I'm playing in one style with the cats. I don't know if I would call it a game, because I didn't really think of consciously accept any real rules. But it's like, okay, I'm going to see what you do. I'm going to, jingle this bell, see if I can attract you. I'm going to see what you can do. I'm going to see if I can move you into certain places. And it's me learning more about the cats. Because Ralph Koster said play is a form of safe learning, and nowhere is this expressed better than just in learning about your fellow beings, whether that's humans or other animals. So yeah, I think that playing with other animals, as long as you are doing it in a truly opt-in, opt-out manner, as long as the cats are free to kind of go off. I mean, if you're chasing them around with this jangly thing and annoying them, that's... But like, if they're free to wander around and you're just jangling it and then they're attracted, well, that's completely different. But I think that is a brilliant thing. Of course, as I get into the main topic, feel free to comment, ask questions, thumb like, follow. But for now, I am going to be playing Groot. Oh, wait a minute. I just have to click some buttons, and I will be starting it in just a moment. If anyone has any questions or anything along the way, do feel free, please do ask, or chat, or whatever. Let me know how the volume is. I just need need to do one small edit. Root. There we go. Okay, so for those who don't know, Root is a asymmetric game. You've got the cat who starts off with a big presence across the forest. You've got the birds who start off in one little corner and they've got to sweep across and gain dominance, gain presence. That's their way to point. You've got the Woodland Alliance who go around and spread sympathy. And finally, you've got the Vagabond. I am going to play one of the challenges. There are so many challenges. All of these, okay, the winter map, not that one, but down to here, there are so many challenges. I am tempted to try Rule the Roost because that sounds very different. I mean, I really enjoy playing as the birds. And if you're in the comments, please do let me know how the volume is. I enjoy playing as the birds, but placing all your roosts, that sounds pretty gosh darn challenging. Could I do that? I have no idea. I guess that's why it's a challenge, eh? Oops. There we go. So yeah, you always start off with the cats in this game. And I am... who will I be? Given that I have to build all my bases, do I want to ignore my disdain for trade, which normally birds, when they trade, they only get 1 point, even if that card would normally be 2 or 3. This is a way to get extra points. It's completely worthless here. Charismatic. Place 2 warriors, not 1, each time we recruit. This is a really nice one. It gets you going faster, because at the start you might struggle to get quite so many peeps on the board, but it does mean that you might run out of people later on, and when you're in a situation of, oh, I ideally would like to have 5 people, you can't do that. You can't be recruiting 5 people, because remember, if you cannot recruit, if you run out of peeps, then you are going to lose your leader. So charismatic is really good for getting started, but maybe not so good later on in the game. I think, talking it through, it's clearly the commander, because Despot is extra points for destroying enemy buildings, so I think it has to be the commander. Okay, let me see. Okay, I've got at least 1 mousey place. It's very useful if my cards match up where I am. I am really hoping to get more of the birdie wild cards though. Okay, so firstly, I am going to use the mouse to recruit. Let's minimize that, because I'm going to recruit where I am. You can only recruit where you've got one of your wee roosts. Will I add any other cards? No, not yet. Definitely not yet. Every turn you have to add 1 card. You may add 2 if you wish. And if you do not do everything dictated here, this is your decree, you are dictated, obligated to do all these things. And if you do not do them, then I would say you lose. You don't technically lose, but you are, unless it's really late in the game and you've gained a really big board presence, you're pretty much going to lose. So let's see. I am going to go down here because that potentially lets me, I guess, yeah, honestly, it was fairly arbitrary. Actually, you know what? If I really want to think about it, going here would make the Vagabond more likely to trade with me. And I could really use some cards from the Vagabond. So I am going to go in there and beat up the cat. Hopefully. It's 4 against 1. Let's see what happens. Yay! I was always going to destroy the cat, no matter what. Thanks to my commander, I get 1 extra hit. Even if I roll a 0, I still do 1 hit. But we also rolled a 0, which is brilliant. Lovely, fantastic. So let's see what the Vagabond does. Is the Vagabond going to come in and trade with me? Ooh, the cat's doing quite a wee bit of building there. So, oh, you're helping the cat. Gosh darn it. Yep, makes sense. Maybe I should be making myself... Okay, maybe I want to do stand and deliver. Maybe I want to gear up to taking stuff. Oh, that's a really nice one. Removing a warrior to draw a card. I really like that one. Okay, this is where it gets tricky. I am going to start building even though the building is going to be a tricky thing to keep meeting my obligations of. I am going to give it a go. Let's see what happens. Let's this time move with just the one thing. Oops. Let's go with 2, because then I'll at least have someone in there even after the battle. Maybe I shouldn't have moved all 4 a moment ago. Boom, very nice roll. Given the situation, that was as good a roll as I could have hoped for. I destroy them, they do not destroy me. I'm glad I picked that commander. And I am building my new roost there. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so... Yep. And... Hello, Robin! Yes, today I am playing the Steam adaptation to Root. So this is, as you can see by the scrolling thing, this is an asymmetric game. I am playing the birds. Oh my gosh, the cats are taking out my roost. Wow, blimey. Oh my gosh. That's, in a sense, not good at all. Conversely, it does mean that I can build another one next turn, I guess. Oh no, they took out my... Oh my gosh. They took out my starting roost. Yeah. So this is Root. Yep, this is Root. I am playing the birds. I am not playing by the normal win conditions. You can see this little thing which says, I cannot score victory points. I'm just not allowed to score victory points. But if I place all my roosts, then I instantly win. And so it's going to be pretty challenging, especially since enemies are incentivized to destroy my roost with free victory points. But I've played it a whole bunch on Steam. I went and played it twice physically last Monday with Scrappy Kid. I think I've played Root 1, 2, 3, 4 days. I've played it 5 days in the past 8 days. So if you include last Sunday, I'm really enjoying Root. The Steam adaptation is great. It does a great job of teaching you. And yeah, the real game, it's just beautiful and wonderful to play. Brilliant. Finally, I've got to wildcard. Maybe I was a bit hasty on doing my build decree. Everything that I put into my decree, I am obligated to do it, which is a little bit painful. I am slightly wishing I had, held out maybe for that build decree, but once you put something in your decree, you can never change it. The birds are the faction of regret. Yeah. I feel like the birds, more than any other, if you don't have one wild card in your opening hand, that makes just such a gosh darn big difference. Okay, I think that I want to do some more. Oh my gosh, I'm going to fall into turmoil no matter what. That's terrible. Because I can't. Oh no! Oh my gosh. That's it. I've basically lost. Because look, I have to recruit at a mousy place. They just beat up my mousy place. I cannot build there. And so, yep, I should not have. I should not have left it alone. I am given that it's a computer simulation. I am tempted to just, you know, give up at this point. Although, having said that, I've just realised that actually entering turmoil with this new set of rules isn't that bad a thing, because normally when you enter turmoil, two things happen. Firstly, you lose a whole bunch of points. Secondly, you stop doing your things and you lose all the actions that you had, because previously every single action was, every single turn you were getting another action that you got to do. And the third thing that happens is you choose a new leader. So yeah, my first leader, that was probably the best one, my favorite one. But yeah, I think I might be okay. Okay, this is problematic. This is very problematic. Maybe I should have not given up that rabbit, knowing that was about to. Oh my gosh, this is really the faction of regret. Yep. So, yes, Robin. For sure. Yeah, Roots is about as asymmetric as they come. The cats are about building up board presence. That's how they grow their engine. The birds are very much all about using these things, and it's all about the limits of these cards and then applying these cards into here. So yeah, I'm honestly, because it's a public thing, I'm happy to go either way. If I finish this game, I might not have time to play another game, but let's see if I can turn it around. I mean, I honestly don't know what will happen, but I think that it's all going to. Yeah, I think it's. I almost feel like this game comes down to the initial hand draw for the birds. That's my one slight concern. Maybe I'm wrong, but with 3 foxes, I'm just going to be pushed into so many directions. I am going to resign. Yep, no one's against it, so I'm going to take my liberty, resign, and start again. Challenges. And where were we doing that? Build a roost. Let's try it one more time. Okay, this time I've got a wild card. This makes such a big difference. And it's also going to depend where the cat goes. Okay, the cat's in that corner, which means I am in the foxy corner. Oh, foxy corner. Gosh darn it, cat. If you couldn't have let me have the mousy or rabbitsy corner. Okay. Everything's going to be just fine, says Robin. No, you had him on the ropes. No, I didn't. Okay. Okay. This is the biggest decision that to make every turn. Just to talk everyone through it, if you've not seen Roots before, every turn the birds have to do these things. They must recruit somewhere. Everywhere that's dictated by this. If I put this birdie icon, the claw is like a wild card. So if I put discards here, for example, and I'm just, don't want to, I'm just doing that as an example, I do have undos, but if I were to put that, that would mean I have to recruit somewhere, which would be fine because, why can't I zoom out? What? I can't control the map just now. It was Foxy, wasn't something just messed up? Is it because I roll? Yeah, I feel like I'm encountering a bug because I'm doing. Oh, there we go. Okay, finally. Okay, so there we go. Oh my gosh, I'm actually in the rabbity place. That's amazing. I thought I wasn't. So if my clearly I want to use the let's get some recruitment on the go. Let's start off with double recruit. I can either choose one or two things. And so must recruit. I must recruit again in a rabbit place. That's fine. Every place you see it's got a rabbit, fox, or mouse on it. And then I march from anywhere, which is going to be simple. I'm going to and I'm not going to hurt the vagabond. For now, I'm going to let the vagabond keep giving me more cards. So vagabond gives you cards in return for victory points, essentially. And I am going to start taking out the cats. I'm going to go to the mousy place because I have mousy cards. That seems like a good strategy to me. I will march over and let's hope for a 0 on the dice. There's 2 dice rolled. Lower die goes to the defender. 1, that's not too bad. Higher die goes to the attacker. So because it's a 1, they killed me. But really, it's only made a difference whether it was 0 or not a 0, because they only had 1 defender, so they are only allowed to kill one thing, if that makes sense. Because, so yeah. Now, cats getting some victory points, building the sawmill. Sawmill gives them wood. Wood lets them build more buildings. Okay, they've got the recruiter. Recruiter lets them add more cats. The cats are building up their... Oh no, don't go away, vagabond. Oh. Ah well. Now the vagabond's helping the cats. Ah well, it makes sense, I guess. Helping people individually, especially if the cats have managed to craft something. Let me double check. Has the cat managed to craft more things? No. But the cat goes before the gopher. I want to comment that I do kind of like the way that the colours shift, like it's going through the days, but sometimes it can be a wee bit... Okay, now. It's chuckling at Robin's wee comments from ages ago. Don't let the fact that I had no idea what was going on convince you that I'm not 100% right about me really beating them. I'm thinking, do I start building? Building is a really good thing to do as soon as possible. You really want a wild card for your building because building is a gosh darn big obligation. I'm also thinking I am going to do more recruiting, and you can only add 2 more cards. Now, the reason I really want to be building is because A, buildings are how I win, and secondly, buildings are how I get more cards. So, of course, because I've only got 1 rabbitsy roost, I can only... So I need to keep this protected. Remember, if I cannot recruit, then I lose. I mean, I don't technically lose, but I lose my commander, and I lose my amazing ability of being able to deal extra damage. Speaking of which, I feel like maybe I should go somewhere where I'm able to take advantage of the extra damage. Somewhere where there might be more than 1 cat. Yeah, I don't have enough movement to get anywhere. Oh, I could go over... No, I don't have enough movement to get anywhere with multiple cats. Where's the vagabond? Vagabond is there near me. That's nice. I could go over here because that's a ruin, and the vagabond likes ruins. So if I move over to the vagabond with my 3 warriors here, boom, I think this is a good move. Even though the 3-7 splits isn't ideal. Come on, roll a 0, rollers. Oh well, it's not too bad. They only kill one of my pieces. But okay, and that's my battle, and I build a roost. Lovely. That's a decent turn. And I've got another rabbity thing. Oh, I could start using that to move. Using that to move might be a good idea, because then I could start moving a wee bit more. And Robin says, this adaptation is visually very impressive. It looks like a console RPG. I didn't even know it was a board game until I saw the D12s. Yeah, it is a really good adaptation. There are some issues with it, and oh yes, thank you, nice, yes, vagabond giving me the cards, yes, nice. Okay, so I'm just going to show you my 2 issues. Firstly, let's say I am going to undo, but let's say I do this. Okay, so the undo button is here. If I want to undo again, the undo button is here. Now, if I want to undo, where's the undo button? I can't see an undo button, but I make it big, and then I have to click X. Why did the undo button not stay where it was? That feels really annoying from a user interface point of view. And I'm just about to plug myself in for electricity. That is my one issue with the game. I do have 2 other more minor issues, but for me, this adaptation is an 8 out of 10. It's a very, very small issue, and actually, you know what? I love the music. The tutorial is perfect. It handholds you through like the first few minutes, and then it starts giving you more options. And then at a certain point, after maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes, it just says, "Okay, I think you know enough how to play this. Now you're on your own." But in the tutorial, it pretends like it's not there. But if you try to do something really stupid, like in this instance, if I try to do this, then it would tell me, "Hey, don't do that. You're going to send yourself into turmoil because you cannot recruit in a mousy place." That is a very, very stupid move. And foolish may be a better word to use. But yeah, I really love the tutorial. I love all the challenges that they've got. This is, even as a video game, this is fantastic. Okay, let me ponder what I'm doing. I think I am definitely using some of these things. Do I want to craft? Crafting is pointless for me, but might make me a nicer target for the vagabond. But I think I'm about to get my 3rd roost. As you can see, once I have my 3rd roost, I start getting bonus cards. So I don't need bonus cards so much from the vagabond. So I am going to give this up to make it movement. Should I get extra movement? This is a question. Maybe I stop there. Maybe I do some more recruiting. Maybe I wait until next turn. I think next turn maybe I'm going to go into... I think if I get to there in 2 moves. 1. Ooh, I could do a mousy move. Although this would be a really good card to have. So the stone effects are permanent. As attacker in battle, you're not affected by ambushes. Ambushes are like boom, 2 of the attackers are destroyed. This is a bit pointless for me. I'm not after victory points. This is a bit pointless for me. As birds, I do not need extra actions. It's the other factions that are all about the extra actions. And you might be right, Robin. You might be right. I don't know. just listening to stream elements and doing a wee bit of stretching. Um, screeching at your foes and putting guns in. Okay. Okay. Let me ponder this. So I could currently move up here. I don't want to desert this roost. That would might. I want. I could go up here and then up here, and then take out the cats there. That seems like a nice thing to do. Yeah, maybe that's it. And then I will get 2 cards, and then maybe I can get a mousy place on my subsequent turn, and then I will be able to build a scouting party. That would be quite nice. Yep, that's what I am going to do. So, build, by which I mean recruit. And then move. I'm mobilizing my massive army of 10 birds. Let's leave 4 free. I don't want. Let's leave 4. Let's leave 3 there. I don't think there's any cats that are too close. And then I'm going to move them all up here into the mousy place. And as long as I roll... Wait a minute. No, I don't want to move them all into the mousy place. I want to leave 1 behind, just in case I roll 00. Yep, so I will leave... Maybe I should even leave 3 behind. Oof. What? I'll leave a couple behind. Let's see what happens. And now I'll battle. Hopefully, one of them will be a 0. You always want a 0 as the... Yay! I rolled a 0. I don't take any hits. And as attacker, I do an extra damage. And so it's a 1. So I use the 1 of the die to kill the cat. And then the 1 because of my innate ability to build. And I am going to build up here. Boom. Yes, in your face, cats. And it's not like I'm against cats, but just to make that clear. Lots of love, Robin, and have a wonderful night. And I'm imagining, okay, where are these roosts? Are they just kind of scattered around the house? Wow. Yes. Now let's see if... Okay, but yeah, lots of love, Robin, and thank you for being here. What do I do now? Do I start recruiting at the mousy place? That seems like it would be a good idea. I do like the idea of recruiting at the mousy place. Okay, what cards would I like? I would like a double mouse to build... Yeah, this is my only nice card, Scouting Party. I'm going to do... Okay, so I've got 3 recruits. This is where I start thinking about, do I have too many people? Am I in danger of running out of little meat playthings? Little bird tokens. Let's see. Do I move some of my little people from here to there and then attack here? Hope I roll a 2 and then I would build here. Conversely, I still have this as a backup. I can always build here. So that seems like a good plan. Do I want a second... I don't want to obligate myself to do too much battling or building. That is how problems start. And I need to be mindful of my recruiting. That's like... Yep. Do I want to do a wee bit more moving? I do like the idea of this with the triple mouse. And this is double mouse. So if I build up another mouse, and then where's...
Oh, there's another mouse just there. I could potentially build up to this thing. Giving them 1 point is quite a bit. That's a bit dangerous, but I do really want some nicer cards. Let me... Let me do this. Let me let myself do some more moving. Because as long as I have that one base, moving from a rabbitsy place is never going to be an issue. Because I was always... Oh, so this is not... This is where the video game is quite cool. So down here, you can see I'm not accruing victory points. Normally I would be scoring this many victory points every turn. So normally, every faction scores victory. Every faction scores victory points if you take pieces off the board. Sorry, not just wooden pieces, but cardboard pieces. So with the cats, if I'm taking off their buildings, if I'm removing their wood, then I score a point. And also I score points for having these roosts. That is normally how the cats win. But note this, I am doing a special challenge. I cannot win. I cannot score victory points. Instead, I've got a new goal. I have to place all my roosts. So it's like a, hey, you enjoyed the board game, you enjoyed the normal game, and some of the challenges are just, hey, this time there's a slightly different map. Okay, this time everybody else starts with 10 points, but you need to get to 40 points to win. Okay, this time you need to win in a coalition. Okay, this time you are the cats, or you are the birds, and you need to destroy the cat's keep. So it kind of gives you these little challenges that, exactly. So it's even more asymmetric because of the video game. Okay, anyway. So moving. How am I going to move? I am thinking that I was just talking about how I really wanted to be in the mousy place. So I guess I go into the mousy place, and then I go into the other mousy place as well. Ooh. I really should have done some attacking, shouldn't I? Maybe I... Hopefully no one will think too badly of me if I... I'm going to undo that. No. I'm going... Analysis paralysis. I'm going to stick with no more undos. That feels like a fine thing to do. I'm going to move from here. It's like, this turn, I wish I had more battles, but if I want to do more battles, then I have to guarantee I'm going to battle every subsequent turn. Can I guarantee that? Possibly not. And also, I do really like that thing. So I am going to move into here, and let's move in with a lot of things, because actually that's not the best connected. Let me move in with maybe 3 things here, 1 thing, 2 things here, 2 things there. That's what I'm going to do. No, 3 things up, 1 thing at the bottom. Or maybe, I'll just move a couple of times up here. That's what I'm doing. And I will leave it at that. And I will build, and you know what, maybe... Oh, sorry about all this indecision. Here we go. This is my final move. Those are going to be my rabbitsy moves. I am going to do 3 as my those moves, and I am now going to attack the cat, because here I can actually take advantage of my special ability. And that is a perfect roll. 2 plus 1, because of my special ability, I take all of them out. And in case anyone is wondering, you'll notice that there's no undo button. In this video game, which I quite like, you can undo as much as you want, as long as you haven't rolled any dice. So once you roll the dice, that's it. Which feels like a really nice way to do it. And of course, I am building up to being able to make, yeah, this one. So, boom! Yay! A birdie card. That is very useful. Cat's trying to take me on. It's a 2-free, but they are limited by only having 1 unit. And apparently Burgle Brothers had a challenge to complete every heist map with every known number of players' characters. Robbing a 4-story version of Fort Knox with 1 burglar is quite a conundrum. That sounds cool. But, like, I do feel like when you've got challenges like that, it's ideal if they're a little bit more creative and inventive. Like, one thing I like about this part of my game is that a lot of the challenges are just impossible on the game. You would need to add, components or things. Okay, so I've got, I can't use dominance, so I might want to get rid of that. Was this my crafting time? When do I craft? Let me remind myself. Bird song, add to decree, and then I craft afterwards. And it's just so useful. You can click their little things, and then it tells you a little bit about them. And I can see, okay, they're doing fairly well. And, yep. So, crossbow. I definitely want to use that. I think I want to start doing more attacking, because that's what my special ability is all about. The cats seem to be doing pretty well. They've got a bit of, stuff over here. Yeah, they've got some stuff over here I could go off and attack. Let me start battling more. That's where I like to see it. And, okay, this turn, what am I going to do? I'm going to recruit. I need to do quite a bit of battling to make sure that I lose 3 units. If I don't lose 3 units, I'm going to enter turmoil next turn, which is not going to be good. How can I maximize the chance of me entering turmoil, not entering turmoil? So I will move here, or maybe, yeah, maybe I'll try and storm their castle. There they've got 3 cats. They could potentially take me out. Here, maybe I'll try and take those people on. So what I want is so I've got the rabbitsy move, that's fine. And I want a rabbitsy foxy mousy. Rabbitsy, okay, something, anything. And so I want a fox or a mouse. Let's go with this mouse, because this one is completely useless. This one here. This one is useless to me, but it makes me more attractive to the vagabond to give me more things. So let's add that to my movement. And yes, I am going to craft that. Thank you for asking. And I am no longer affected by it. Oh, wait a minute. That is not what I wanted at all. Because I want to be affected by ambush cards. Because I am... Yes. I am going to... No. Do I? No, I don't want to be. Do I have the table version? I do not have the table version. my friend of the show, Scrappy Kid, who has not been on the show yet, but was Scrappy Kid? Have we played something together? I don't think Scrappy Kid has ever actually been on my show. Like, have Scrappy Kid has been in the chat, and Scrappy Kid, but anyway, Scrappy Kid also lives in London, and has the table version of Root, and we played together last Monday twice. So, doing all my recruiting, doing my moving. I am moving these peeps, all of them, up here. I am moving these peeps. I'll wait a minute. I don't have enough moves. Okay, what I want to do is not move that. I want to move the Foxy and then the Mousy over. Okay, so I'll move 2 here. And then I will move 2 of these over here. Let's take them on. And then I will move... yeah, I didn't have enough to distribute my birds like I really would have liked. But I am going to move these ones over here like so, because I think do I want to be giving them extra points? Maybe. I mean, I would really like another bird if I don't get it. So I think I do actually want to build up to that. And so now, of course, I do some battling. Let's battle these birds. High numbers, high numbers, high numbers. Yes, that is exactly what I would have liked. And I destroy one of their things. Okay, boom. So yes, they wiped me out. I'm not too concerned about that, because I am going to be recruiting 4 birds next turn. Remember, I'm recruiting 4 birds. So I want another high number. Come on. High numbers. Oh no! Okay. Well, I mean, it's good that the cats, but, and you might be thinking, hey, Bez, why are you complaining? Why are you complaining when you just wiped out the cat? So, but, yeah. I'm complaining because, as you can see, I have to recruit 4 times, and I only have 3 in my reserve. So this is a problem. So, Vagabond, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, and the cats are so close to winning. 19 out of 30. Oh yeah, 100%. This is really, really nice to teach you. This is probably the best board game adaptation I've seen. Okay. Yep, that's it. I'm entering turmoil this turn. It was good while it lasted, but I'm only 2 roosts away, so we might be able to bring it back. I am entering turmoil, but... So now what I place, I want to be placing something that I don't... yeah. Let me place something that I don't... It doesn't really matter. Or do I want to spread out my... Rather than having to build everything here, I might as well, if I wanted, build something maybe in the Mousy place, in the Foxy place. Yeah, maybe in the Foxy place, because the Foxy place is... Oh, but the Foxy place lets me take cards. Yep, I don't want to do that. Let me put this one up here. Oops. Why is it? sometimes the hit detection on that can be a little bit annoying when it's minimized. So crafting, and yep, I will definitely allow myself to take random cards. I'm not going to I'm not going to make myself more attractive to the vagabonds. I don't feel I want to have to rely on them. I would rather use this for its power to be a wild card for next turn. When I go and enter turmoil. So I recruit there. I have to recruit way more times than I have in reserve, and I've entered turmoil. Interestingly, and yeah, this is a Steam adaptation, just to say. So I don't think you even could play this one on a mobile phone or something. No, this is 100% Steam. But yeah. So yeah, in this scenario, these two have no good abilities, but I don't even want to recruit. So I'm starting with the Despot, who's moving and building. Let's go with that. That's interesting. I've never really... Oh, wow. If that is pretty gosh darn nice. Ooh, brutal tactics. I need a foxy place. That would be really nice. But defender scores 1 point. Oof. That might take the cats to win. Yeah, the cats do look like they're going to win. Not... Oh. Okay. They are both 2/3 of the way, and remember, because of the way the game is, they will speed up. I have to build 2 times. Actually, that's the question. Can I win this turn? Can I win this turn? Can I win this turn? I'm being serious. Move up here, build. Move up here, build. All I need to do is to have a move and another build. I can do it. I think I can build... I think I can win this turn. So I want to take random card. Nah, I think I'm going to skip it. I think moving, building. I think that is all I need to do. So yep, and so all I need to do is to build all my things. Well, boom, I think I have done it. I think I've taken control of that very nicely. They've left that empty for me, thanks to all the battling that I was doing. I build there, and boom! That is it. Wow, that almost came out of nowhere. I honestly was not expecting that. And I am just taking a screenshot. So yeah, wow, that was really nice. I feel satisfied. I know that some people are like, okay, I want to have a good chance to lose, and some people don't like it to be too easy. But honestly, like the fact that I lost maybe... I probably lost about 10%, maybe 15% of the games that I've played. But I am enjoying that as a video game. Honestly, I don't feel like I am winning easily. That's the thing. I feel like I am making the best decisions that I can. I feel like I am really having to ponder, sometimes having to do an undo. and so yeah, they're like, okay, I did resign 3 games. Three. I probably, now I think about it, I did resign a couple of times, so I've probably lost 15-20%. But so enemies gain 4 victory points when destroying a roost and have it out for them. So this time your enemies are going to be targeting it, and you've got 3 other enemies. That sounds tough. You've got, yeah, the long game where you don't get to even see what the next one is, but the first one was the first person to 40 points wins. There you go. The first person to 50 points wins. Enemies start with 5. I guess the next one's going to be the first to 60 points wins. Enemies start with 10. I don't know. Yeah, Builder, this sounds really interesting. Like playing with the cats, just with a slightly different setup. And I've not played with the Vagabond enough to even understand what coalitions are, but that's something I'll look forward to reading up on. Yeah, this one doesn't seem too tricky, having all 3 bases on the map. You really need to keep your leaders here. You have, yeah, extra. There's just all these different things that you could get into, and the one weird one is Medic, where it feels like, oh, like I've already done the, no, oh, maybe this is against easy AI, whereas that's medium AI, and presumably the next one's hard. So you can see that, like, I'm starting off with the easy ones, but I am really enjoying that. My wife saw Roots at the game store and was interested because it looked cute and fanciful. I mean, she's not wrong, but she was hoping for something easygoing, and I had to inform her it's pretty complicated. Mm, kind of. Like, I don't know your budget. I would say that, like, it depends what you see as complicated. It very much depends as, like, what kind of games your wife plays, and let me reduce the volume slightly. And I'll actually just get rid of that screen. But I would say that if your wife is playing cats and you're playing birds, it's not too bad. You can, let me put a, tell me if this link works. If you can click the link, then tell me if it works. That's a very long, oh, without the expansions, it's just fantastic. I mean, maybe it's better with the expansions, but without the expansions, it is fantastic. I could see myself playing the base game 2-player, like a good, we played it twice, and I would happily have played like 3 times in one sitting without, and I think I would happily then, like, maybe said, okay, let's try, you be the birds and I'll be the cats, once we're tired of me being the cats. And then, even though the game doesn't recommend it, maybe it would have been, okay, let's try one of us being the cats and one of us learning the sympathy rabble, the Woodland Alliance. I don't think the Vagabonds would work in 2 players. If you're only playing 2 players, I think there's only 3 factions really that can work. No, this is Board Game Geek thing. Let me, okay, I'm going to send out another link. So if you go there, actually, just if you look up Root on Board Game Geek, you can check it out. Look up the cats bit. Read, let me actually go, going forwards. Okay. Yeah, looking at the pages, and I am going to take this off and share this file if I can for just one moment before I finish off. As a game, it is complicated. There is a lot going on, and I think that you have to enjoy learning games. If you don't enjoy exploring the nature of what a game is, for me the main joy in Root is because I enjoy systems. I enjoy sort of hearing, okay, what's going on with this game. And so yeah, we've got the golden rules, the setup, and okay, so 5 pages. Yeah, ignore everything else afterwards. Appendices, variants, maps, you don't need to bother with any of that. So it is 5.5 pages. Yeah, that I would recommend you read through these rules, and given that the front page is a cover, yeah, it's basically 4.5 pages. There is a lot of text, admittedly, but if this is how I feel like I am best able to learn the game. And so yeah, this tells you all about the main rules of the game. This tells you how to win, blah blah blah, key actions, and then tells you about the cats and tells you about the birds. Ignore the Woodland Alliance for now. Completely ignore the Vagabond. You will not need them for your first like 5-10 games. There's so much going on, and I could see that. I'm going to say that one of the things that makes the video game really nice for me is that you are able to play around with it, that it gives you these thing that. And Robin, I specifically am interested to know, are you going to be playing it only 2 players, or is there a chance for 3 or 4 players? I would kind of agree, like I could see that happening. I've not gotten to that point yet, but I think that yeah, if you've got like 4 factions, that's still a lot to explore. That's 1, 2, like 2 different things, and like maybe each matchup takes about like 3 games to really explore. And then you can play like the cats versus the Woodland Alliance, and then swap it around. Maybe try that, see how it works. Try with a 3 player. Okay, all the 3 player things are going to work. So that's 4 different setups. And no, wait, you need the cats. You probably don't want just the birds. I mean, at the end, it kind of tells you, with so many players, you want reach of 18. So if you have Irie, Vagabond 12, and Woodland Alliance, that's 16. So it's slightly less than recommended, although they very much say, yeah, go with whatever. But I would say that, yeah, you still want to spend time playing with each of these things, probably multiple times. And so if you've got a 3-player game, I've not played with. Yeah, you could definitely have cats, Irie, 17, and Vagabond. Cats, Irie, and Riverfolk. Cats, Riverfolk, and Vagabond. Yep, that's a recommendation. But Irie, Riverfolk, and Woodlands is not a recommendation, but you can try it, and each time you're playing it, you will learn a wee bit more about the factions, and you'll learn a wee bit about, oh, this can do that, and oh, Oh, that's how that works. And yep. So I personally, if I had, yep, all I can say is read the 4 pages of rules and make up your own decision. Yeah. Read the rules, make up your own decision. Just to read the rules for the, in this law of roots, it does tell you about the expansion stuff, but honestly, just read up on the first two, the cats and the Irie. The Woodlands and the Vagabonds, I wouldn't even recommend playing with them until, as 2 players, you've played with the cat and Irie a good few times. And actually, let me double check. Cat and Vagabond is marginally under the thing. Cats. Okay. But yeah, each faction is like, I don't know if I'd call it like a different game, but it certainly feels very different. Like, I mean, it's not like you're suddenly playing a story game and you don't care who wins, or you don't, or you're suddenly playing a dexterity game. It's not like a completely different game, but it is a very different experience within the scope of it is always a game about combat. It's always a game about somehow dominating or gaining presence or building up some things or gaining inertia. But within that scope of what you might expect it to be, yes, they are very different as far as the first 4 factions go. And also, even within each faction, there is asymmetry. So, like, let me note that with the birds, there are 4 different. Where's the birds? The birdie bits. Come on. It doesn't say lead, but yeah, with the birds, there are 4 different leaders. Like, one of them's all about recruiting extra, one of them's all about attacking extra, one of them's about scoring points for destroying things, one of them's about doing get extra hit or scoring more points for crafting things. And so yeah, like, it's like, within that one faction, even if you're just playing the birds, you could say, okay, now I've managed to win as the extra battle commander. Can I now win as the other commanders? And you could definitely have new things to play about with, set yourself new restrictions, see, okay, who can win with this one commander that seems like a little bit where, like, I've decided that the battle commander is the best, but try to win with the other ones. And probably if I were to play against Scrappy Kid, I would deliberately not be playing with that one, because I would be playing with the let's craft a lot of stuff commander, because that's something that I'm less comfortable with. And then the choices happen right at the beginning. You choose your commander, but then if you enter turmoil, then you choose a new commander, and it has to be different. Birds are all about any decision that you make, it's going to be there for the entire game. Anyway, that is that. Thank you very much for being here. I very much appreciate it. And lots of love. I am going to start having a wee recap and wrap up. So, what happened today? Well, I played Roots, the digital version that you can hear in the background. I had a bad start the first time around, and the first time around I didn't get any wild cards. Then I let my base be destroyed, and then I went into turmoil, and I gave up. Yep, I just resigned. Lost game. But then I played again, and I won. And I was like, boom, I can win this turn. I was so excited to realize, like, boom, normally I would not ever be building twice in one turn as the birds. And they're like, if you wanted to take that scenario, that seems like a perfectly fine scenario. Say, okay, the cats have tried that as a player. I think try some of these scenarios in the real thing, and if you run out of ideas of what to do as route, I could give you so many ideas, but I think that I would 100% recommend that. Also, I am I'm just going to say that I have a preference against. Danny Arrington has been involved in some shady stuff. You might want to Google search that before you buy anything associated with Danny Arrington. That's all I'm going to say. And so, yep. And yeah. And yep, the leaders are a teeny tiny bits like small world factions. Yep, I would agree with that. But yeah, maybe I've convinced you. It's really weird being in this position because it's not like I've played the board game for hours and hours and hours. Well, I've played it for hours and hours. We played it, what was it like? Maybe we sat down for 3.5 hours and played it. We were also eating and I did a couple of stretches, but yeah, we played Roots, the physical board game, for a good amount of time, and I am, if I had someone who was living in my house and was also interested in trying it out, no, they're not involved in Roots. Dan Yarrington. Google them. They have arguably. I'm trying to say this in a manner that doesn't open me up to libel. They have been involved in lawsuits. They have, yeah, that's a true statement. They have been. Is it? They have had suits filed against them. They have had complaints against them. Let's put it that way. Yep, so Zev Schlesinger of Z-Man Games took some legal action against Danny Arrington because Danny Arrington was... Yeah, also there was some outcry after Danny Arrington's company was no longer able to... They lost the rights to TikTok Woodsman and then made a very, very similar game called Bam Bam Bamboo, and the question of whether that's ethical or not is up for debate. And also Danny Arrington has... I've been 2 steps removed from Danny Arrington. I've worked for someone who was working with Danny Arrington, and I'm not at liberty to say what happened, but I can personally say that I would not buy anything that Danny Arrington is involved in any way. And I don't think that opens me up to libel. But yeah. Sorry for the slightly kind of negative thing. Yeah. Hopefully you have some... Oh. Anyway. If you have enjoyed this show, if you fancy, yeah, reach out to me. If you want to ask me some questions for future shows, then yep, I am on all the places. Twitch.tv/StuffByBez, YouTube.com/StuffByBez, StuffByBez.com/Discord is where you can go, and I'm going to pop all my links into the Twitch. Of course, StuffByBez.com/ is my main website. Twitter.com/StuffByBez, Instagram.com/StuffByBez, and Facebook.com/ThingsByBez, because there was a day back in the day when Facebook didn't let you have F and B next to each other. Yeah, please do check out the LDEC Twitter, which is twitter.com/ELLDEC, and there is a design and typography contests, which are right at the bottom. stuffbybeds.com/design contest and stuffbybeds.com/art contest. It is time for me to thank everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, basically, just Robin, thank you for being here and making yourself known. And of course, thank you to all the lurkers. If anyone out there is, yeah, I see someone on YouTube and someone on Twitch but like, if you're watching this, thank you. And I hope that even if you're not commenting, it has brought some value and entertainment to your day. Aw, some love. And yeah, I want to ask you at this final point, over to you. What are you up to? You can share, but only if you want to. Is there anything else that you want to share? Something that is fun and frivolous? Or you can share it if it's super serious. You can share it if it's something that you want to do. You can share it if it's something that you need to do. Either way, it's all good. And hello, Designer Cardboard. Lots of love and thank you for being here. And hello, Bones and Banners. It's all good. I am just wrapping up, but if you are on Twitch, I do encourage everyone to join me in the raid to the Games Cupboard, who are just finishing off a 24-hour charity marathon. Robin, happy birthday! If you're here, then I will sing happy birthday to you again on Tuesday, but just in case I do not see you or your face pop up on Tuesday, I'm going to sing happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Robin, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, and happy birthday, Robin's sister, happy birthday, Robin's sister, happy birthday, dear Robin's sister, happy birthday, Robin's sister. So yeah, there you go. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here. Lots of love. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for the conversation. What are we up to? I have an exciting day today. I am going to watch wee bits of this. I'm going to share wee bits about my next week's streaming and do maybe an hour or two of work. And then I'm going to cycle over up that way, slightly north. And then I'm going to meet someone who I actually met via this streaming, which is really exciting. I am going to also, we're going to have a walk around the big park. Then I'm going to meet my other friends and we're going to have a walk together. I am looking forward to this. I like to always have Monday as my day off, but like Monday I must take off is my rule, and Sunday, like, I'm trying to avoid stuff as much as possible, but I'll probably get back and then do wee bits of messaging stuff. But oh, no. I know you weren't fishing for songs. I'm happy to sing. Always happy to sing. Yes, and if you want to know what I'm up to after today, part of it, you can check out stuffbybeds.com/streams. Tomorrow, I am streaming with 3 amazing publishing people. Ellie Dix, designer, self-publisher. Shem Phillips, also basically a self-publisher, but they also took on some games from their friend... oh my gosh, who's the designer of the architects? Shem Phillips and someone else. This is really embarrassing. But anyway, Ellie Dix, Shem Phillips, and Peter Blankarn. Peter Blankarn I am possibly biased towards, because Peter's paid me some money to give them the rights to a game that I designed. But yeah, we are going to be chatting about publisher media relationships. I'm looking forward to it. That should be a good, nice, quick chat. On Tuesday, so much streaming. Tuesday, I am chatting with Julia Schiller over from New Zealand, designer or publisher. Playful Shenanigans in the afternoon. I don't know what I'll be playing. If anyone wants to join me on Board Game Arena at 4 p.m. UK time, 11 a.m. EDT, then feel free. And in the evening, as always, every Tuesday is Tip Top Tabletop Tuesday, 8 p.m. Wednesday, I will be having a final meeting with Rita and Tiz, deciding whether we will continue with our game or not. And then Thursday is going to be my most epic stream. It's going to be a 25-hour 400th special. We are going to have so many people there, and I am going to actually read out a list of some amazing people who've already said that are going to join me. So far, we've got Sarah Sales, Grace Kendall, Mike Bonet, KC, Kenechuglu, Scott Moore, Uli Blenneman, Rob Harper, Tobenu, Nwosu, Gil Hova, Anna Maria Jackson Phelps, Debbie Moynihan, Fertessa, Julie Ahern, Mike Nudd, Mark Cook, Kathleen Mercury, David Murcott, Panic, Idol Michael, Scrappy Kid, Peter Hazelwood, Mill, Timea, Daniel Dancer, Maya Skripel, Ambi Valdez, McCall, Janice Turner, Jessica Mederingham, Rita Modal, Jason Hodgson, Isaac Vega, Alan Paul, Scott Alden, Suzanne Sheldon, Heather Newton, Frank West, Alex Cannon, The Cardboard Kid, Dominic Krapachet, and Eric Lang. It's going to be... I'm especially excited for some of these people. I mean, even though I would be excited for everyone equally, it is going to be the first time I've ever gotten to speak with Eric Lang or Scott Alden for more than 10 seconds. Like, I think I've seen like all day around the Board Game Geek booth, but for those who don't know, Scott Alden is the overlord of Board Game Geek. But that is going to be, yep, they are all going to be on video. Yes, exactly. Why 25 hours? So that I can fit more people in. That's basically it. Because last time I said I'd go on for 8 hours and ended up going on for 12. But yeah, exactly. Eric Lang is at... I'm going to have a sort of schedule in the YouTube description, but Twitch will be the place to watch it live. But that's going to be happening. And then I will finish off... Martin Wallace has agreed that they will definitely be joining, but you know, they've not put in a time yet. And yep, exactly. So thank you very much. Thank you so much. And after that, I will be taking weeks off streaming, where I will be streaming I will be streaming only 1 day a week for the foreseeable future after that. But for now, join the raid. Please join me as we... If you are on YouTube, Bones and Banner, please, if you are not aware, please check out the Game Cupboard. The Game Cupboard are super, super lovely people. And actually, can I just pop them in there? And I don't think they will mind me sharing this, but yep, the Game Cupboard are doing something all about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and basically it's a syndrome where the connective tissues supporting the skin, bones, blood vessels, and many other organs are affected. There's defects, and you might have mildly loose joints, or you might have life-threatening complications. It is a really great thing that they're doing. And so please join me as I raid the Game Cupboard. And that is lots of love to them. Please join me. And they already know who I am, but feel free to raid and celebrate their ending. Feel free to copy paste that raid call. And for now, lots and lots and lots of love. This is the end of the show. Where's my banner? Bye 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye 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 bye. This is the end of the show. And bye 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 bye. And oops, I forgot to press enter. And now it's time to go. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye Robin. Bye bye Designer Cardboard. Bye bye Bones and Banners. Bye bye anyone else. Bye 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 bye.